Hi. For one of the classes I take at school, we have to do a personal project where it could be literally anything. That's what this is. This is my general experience of life so far, and what I think and have to say about it, along with a few side tangents. This video isn't structured in any particular order, it's just what came to the mind at the time when writing the script. It's very long, inconsistent, and even I found a few parts very boring to watch. I am reading off a script I wrote, but again, it's just rambling for me really. This really isn't meant to be engaging, so don't feel pressured to stay tuned or interact with this at all. This really is just a video for my awesome video teacher. Thank you, Mr. Hotop. So I don't plan to make this super high quality, not because I don't care about this personal project, but because it makes it easier for me to get my thoughts out. Like, I'm not gonna redo that. I'm not redoing that take. That was fine. As of recording this, I have less than 1 month left of my senior year of high school, and I know there's plenty more of my life to go. So, any old people watching this, please don't roast me for being, what's the right word? Nostalgic? No, not nostalgic. I don't know what the right word is, but you know what I mean. Just let it be. This isn't your time to say anything. This is my time to speak. And I know there's plenty of more to my life, but these 4 years have taken nearly 25% of my life. So, I mean, nearly 25%. So that is something. Like, you gotta think about that in perspective. Almost 25% of my life has been at that high school and during my high school career. Mostly what this is just talking about my high school career, my life and hobbies outside of school, and what got me to where I am today and where I'm headed next. So right before I started high school, I made the choice not to go to the program at university. I think about that decision a lot, how my life would have played out differently, and where I would be today if I didn't make the choice that I did, for better or for worse. Regardless, I chose because even with it being the worst choice over that early college program, it's what I knew. It's where my friends were and where a true high school experience is. And I know that high school isn't everything, and I know high school really isn't like the best years of your life, but I'm definitely a person to live in the moment and to enjoy the moment while I can. I live for those classic, familiar experiences. You only get to experience college once. You only get to experience high school once. And do you really just want to ditch that because you might be better off in the end? Of course, there are plenty of people who do and are okay with that, and that's fine. But for me, no. I am one person to not. I want to experience everything while I can. Since my freshman year of high school, I have met some amazing people that I am glad to be around. Whether they are the closest friends or people I rarely talk to or people that I see in classes and kind of talk to awkwardly. And you know who I'm talking about right now. If you're watching this, third hour, architectural CAD, I sit right next to you. Awkward talks every day, but you guys are the best. You two in that class. I love you two. You know who you are. You guys are awesome. I love talking to you. Don't ever think I don't like talking to you. But even with all of that, I find it very hard to name a person I truly dislike in school or in life. Even while thinking about it, there's not like anybody I truly hate and truly dislike and don't want to be around. There's nobody I would choose not to be around at any given time. I know there are plenty of people who dislike me, and that's okay. That's okay. Maybe I didn't make a good positive impact on them as much as I try to. I make plenty of mistakes. And even if it doesn't seem like I made a positive impact, I promise you I was trying to, and I make lots of negative impacts inadvertently, a lot. And I never try to do that, but I do. So on that topic, I would like to speak on the blunders I have made friendship-wise throughout high school and the years leading up to it. So for the years of school leading up to my junior year, so middle school and a bit of high school, I ran with a group of people that I truly didn't fit in with. And it was very difficult. I'm sure there are plenty of people who are in that scenario as well right now. And this is my experience with it. As much as I tried to fit in with these people, I never did, no matter how much I tried. It was very, very difficult. They were much smarter than me, more charismatic, and had very different personalities. Like, these people were geniuses. I mean, I still go to school with them, and they're all headed to what seems like great opportunities. But they are genius. They are so smart, and I am not that smart, unfortunately. The main reason I stuck like a leech to them for so long was because I was scared. I was scared that if I dropped the only resemblance of friends I did have, that I would never have a support/friend group to be around anymore throughout the rest of high school, and I would be destined to be a loner for the rest of high school. And looking back, and of course, hindsight 2020, that group of people never liked me all that much, which is okay. I don't blame them. I was an insufferable person for a couple years. I am not going to entirely blame the COVID-19 pandemic, but the pandemic really did screw me up a bit, and it stunted a lot of people's social growth. That's a worldwide problem. But I definitely was stunted more, and I should have worked on that more, definitely. I definitely became more socially awkward after the pandemic and the lockdown were over, even while other people seemed to graduate beyond that and go to being more socially capable. I wasn't, and it took me a lot longer. And I think that's why I didn't mesh well with that group. They were much smarter than me, and still are, and that's not their fault. They had a way of interacting that didn't like mesh well with my personality. So if it does any justice to any of the people from that group, and if they're watching, which you know who you are, you know who I'm talking about, you don't have to, we don't have to sugarcoat it. You know that I stuck like a leech, and you know I was an annoying asshole for those years. I'm sorry. There's no way to like make it like this apology be better. I just didn't mesh well, and I didn't realize it, and I didn't see it, and I should have. So I'm sorry. But if you guys are doing all right, which from my point of view, it seems like you guys are doing great, hit me up, and I'd love to see how you're doing. So it's interactions and experiences like that make high school a weird and difficult time for everybody. We are just figuring ourselves out, and the group of people we mesh well with. Ever since my junior year, after I let go of trying to be that friends with that group of people, I found some great people that mesh well and do mesh well with me and are awesome. And my fear of meeting new people and just going up to talk to people has subsided a lot. I feel I've grown a lot more confident, and it's allowed me to make some new awesome friends. But more importantly, my social anxiety grows weaker every day. With things like this video itself, or actions where I push myself to meet and interact with new people, my social anxiety just dwindles down. And sure, maybe a lot of people see me as weird or cringy or whatnot, but again, that's okay. I'm here to meet new people and enjoy all that life has to offer, and grow as a person and a friend. So I say to anyone struggling to fit the status quo, do what you do. People are gonna judge anyway. We all judge. I judge a lot, okay? I also encourage anyone watching who knows they judge people a lot, like myself. That's okay, and I applaud you for recognizing that. But just remember that life is very, very short. We only live it once. Who are we to judge another person for making sure they enjoy life in their own way? We all enjoy our own lives in very different ways, and we all react and think differently. But as long as someone isn't hurting anybody or anything, who are we to judge? Again, who are we to judge? So that's enough preaching from me. I really didn't mean to preach, but of course I did. So yeah, that's enough from me. In case you can't tell by the new outfit that I'm wearing and that my hair is much more frizzy, it's a new day. I am partly to blame, well, actually entirely to blame for not finishing the recording the other day. I got distracted and started watching sea lion and seal videos. I mean, look at them! Look at them. I'm gonna go there one day, hopefully. I love those. Look at them! Look how cute they are. Shit. I got distracted again. Since last year, I have been doing photography and videography for the school. And at almost every game or event I took photos for, there was a staff member there that always had my back and always made sure I was doing all right at these events. For his privacy, we will call him Mr. Clove. If you know who I'm talking about, that name will make sense. For every event, Mr. Clove would always make sure I had permission to be on the field or close to whatever was happening. And he would always defend me and always get after people if they got mad at me. Not only that, but he would also do that for every person in video, which is great. I mean, everyone needs that. He would make sure that everyone in video was able to get what needed to be done, done. He was always in the video room as well during my class period, and I never thought too much about it until I'll get back to that. In case you can't tell by the past tense. Unfortunately, Mr. Clove had cancer, and at the beginning of April, he passed away. We were told about a month before he passed, so early March, that he had been doing all right and was hoping to come back for a few days. And I was really, really excited to hear that because I really enjoyed having Mr. Clove around. Even with how snarky he could be. I know we couldn't be told too much about what was going on behind the scenes, but I wish we were, so we could at least have some warning, or at least get a chance to say goodbye. Fast forward to today, I had to go to a soccer game and take photos for a classmate of mine and her Instagram. Right after the second half started, I was standing near two of the athletics staff or directors. I don't know what their roles are, but I know they have something to do with the athletics at the school. And I thought to myself, I should go talk to Mr. Clove and show him my photos, as I would usually do at these events whenever I got the chance. Or I look over to where he would usually be on the sideline, and I remembered, I'm not gonna miss taking photos of school games. I'm gonna miss the people there a lot. And most importantly, I'm missing Mr. Clove and him being at the games and the events that I went to. He made each event feel safe for me, like I had someone to resort to in case I ever got in trouble or was ever in a pickle. And even though I do think I'll move on eventually, I will always remember him, and thank you, Mr. Clove. Moving on, if you have ever talked to me for more than 2 minutes, you would know that the first thing about me, or that I bring into conversation, relates to aviation in some way. My lifelong hobby and passion is all things aviation. Almost all my hobbies involve aviation in some way, including, but not limited to, aviation photography, aviation videography, model building, RC flying, drone photography, and drone videography, becoming a pilot myself, airport photography, and on and on. My life was and is built around aviation. My earliest memories were on board 777s across the Pacific to Shanghai, or 747s to Frankfurt. I mean, if you sit in my room for more than a second, you'll see the mass amounts of aviation memorabilia scattered all across the room. And that's not even all of it. Looking back, the reason why my life revolves around aviation is because of the traveling I was able to do at such a young age. Of course, I'm very grateful that I had the chance to do this at such a young age, and I lived on 3 separate continents, and I've been to 34 countries. And I did most of that before I even turned 5. I truly started flying before I even knew it, when Turkish Airlines still flew at DTW, and when the 747 was in its prime. Truth be told, I and the world will never have that again. The world will never be able to enjoy the golden age of air travel ever again. It's gone. With oil getting more expensive and scarce each year, there will come a point where mass air travel will fail. And we've already seen that with Spirit Airlines being on the brink of collapse.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Yeah, I think about it every time I hit the hookah. Kaboom.
My theory is that when this crash happens, air travel will still be a thing, but only for the much wealthier and upper class individuals. I mean, that's how it was in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s. And unfortunately, because of that, many airlines will cease to exist, and very few will survive this economic collapse. Afterwards, after this economic or aviation collapse, continents and countries, and even some US states individually, will no longer be served by like one big conglomerate airline, but instead by a bunch of little airlines, like how it was back in the so-called golden age. If you look up, you can see that in the golden age, there were airlines for like individual cities sometimes too. I mean, if you look back in the 80s and 90s, you will see so many airlines that have sadly gone defunct that were part of the golden age. Like Eastern, Northwest, Pan Am, Western, Trans World Airways, Piedmont, Continental, US Airways, Aloha, Virgin America, Frontier, the old one, Braniff. And all these airlines thrived in the same market that Delta, United, and American were all a part of, and still are a part of today. But of course, as the competition went under, so did the need to be the best, which is why air travel is sadly on its way out. Now, I'm no business major, and I'm no market analyst, but just from what I see and how things have historically played out, that's what my theory is for the future of the air industry. Man, started off with my experience of the aviation industry and then just went into the ramblings of it. There's the nuance of it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm glad you all stayed to the end, to the point where I actually have to record this outro. This outro is being recorded on May 20th, and I'm planning to post this May 21st. And that's a wrap for my senior year and my last year of primary school. I'm off to pursue higher education and move on in life. I've learned so much and had so much fun up till now, and I can't wait to learn more and have more fun through the years to come. I just want to say thank you to my awesome video teacher once again for making this personal project possible. And there's nothing else really to say except have a good day, have a great summer, and have a wonderful life.